Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. If you are new here, my name is Katie. Please be sure to check out my YouTube channel and subscribe for weekly yoga videos. If you have been here before and are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I'm so glad to see you. For today's class, we're going to be doing a little bit of a ladder flow. And what that means is that as we go through the sequence, we'll be adding on a little bit more until we get to the full sequence. So this should be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started in an easy seat. So either Sukhasana, Virasana, whatever is calling to you today. Just gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to arrive at the practice. Taking a moment to settle in. Bringing your attention to this present moment. Forgetting just for a moment about maybe what happened before this class. And not worrying about what's going to happen after. But just being here on your mat, taking this moment for yourself. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Feel your belly, your chest rise. An audible exhale, sigh it all out. If your eyes were closed, gently blink them open and find ourselves into a tabletop position. Circling out your wrist, feel clockwise, feel counterclockwise, swaying forwards and backwards. And of course, feel free to bring your spine into the equation. Cat cows, maybe some spirals. Letting your body move how it kind of wants to move today. Find some stillness here. We're going to flip our palms so that our fingertips are pointing towards our knees. From here, rock forwards and backwards to help warm up the wrists a little bit here. We're going to take a few cat-cows in this position. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest through, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, push the ground away. Coming into the cat pose, rounding into the spine, chin towards your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Think about pulling the chest through. Exhale, push the ground away. Rounding into the spine. Two more like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, push the ground away. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, push the ground away, rounding into the spine. Go ahead, find a neutral position here. You can stay onto your knees, or if you would like to try, come up into a plank pose with your fingertips pointing back. Push the ground away, find the strength. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If your knees were lifted, go ahead, drop them down. Point your fingers back to its normal orientation and feel free to sway back and forth, side to side to loosen that up here. Tuck your toes, push your hips back up into space, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, roll yourself into a high plank position. Exhale, push back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, roll yourself into high plank. Exhale, push your hips back and up into space, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, roll yourself into a high plank. Last one here. Exhale, push your hips back and up into space, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high into your toes and drop your heels over towards the right side, coming into a side plank on your right hand. Can you lift up your left knee in towards your chest? Look up towards the top of the mat, then gently drop your left foot down, right knee down. Anjaneyasana, reach the arms up overhead. Tuck your toes and push your hips back and up into space into modified pyramid pose. Come up high onto your right toe mound, pull this left heel back, and look forward here to help you get a long spine. Bend into the left knee, reach the arms up overhead. High crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, frame the front left foot, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high into the toes. This time we're gonna drop the heels over towards the left side, reaching the right arm up, coming into a side plank. This time bring your right knee into your chest, look towards the top of your mat, and with as much control as you can muster, can you slightly drop the right foot, drop the left knee, then reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Find the reach here, find the length. As you exhale, tuck your left toes, push your hips back and up, coming into your modified pyramid pose. Coming up high into the left toe mound, pull the right hip back, helping to square the hips. And find length in your spine. Bend into the right knee, reach the arms up, coming into high crescent lunge. Hands come down, framing your right foot, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, roll into your high plank. And then take your vinyasa. Any vinyasa is a good vinyasa. We'll find ourselves in downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high into your toes. As you exhale, we're going to drop the heels over towards the right. Reach the left arm up, Vashisthasana, on our right hand. As you inhale, reach the left knee in towards your chest. Really think about pushing the ground away, pushing your hips up. Then as you look towards the top of the mat, gently bring the left foot towards the top of the mat. Reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Low lunge. Inhale here. And as you empty everything out, we find ourselves into modified pyramid pose. Really come up high onto the right toe mound, really spike up the heel, and then pull that left hip back. Inhale, bend into that left knee, reaching the arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. From here, we're gonna eagle the arms, so left arm underneath right, wrap it around as tightly as you can, maybe palms to touch. And then start leaning forward here, finding yourselves into crouching warrior with eagle arms. As you exhale, we're gonna push into warrior three with eagle arms. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach your right toes back, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, release, frame the front left foot, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high into the toes, and then we're gonna drop over towards the left side this time. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Bring that right knee in towards your chest. Again, push the ground away, push your hips up, higher if you can. And then, step that right foot towards the top of the mat. Anjaneyasana, arms up overhead. Maybe reach the arms back a little bit here. Inhale, Then as you exhale, push the hips up into space. Modified pyramid pose. Come up high into that left toe mile this time. Really spike up this left heel. Can you see me spike up this left heel? And then, as you inhale, bend into the right knee. Reach the arms up overhead. High crescent lunge. Eagle arms here. So right arm underneath left this time. Wrap it around as tightly as we can. And then start leaning forward. Think about closing the angle with your right thigh towards your stomach to help find the lean. As you exhale, straighten into the right leg. Inhale, bend into that right knee. Reach the left toes back to where it started and then reach the arms up. Maybe bring your gaze up as well. Go ahead, release. Plant your hands down, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend into the knees. Slowly ripple forward towards your high plank. Hold a high plank for just a moment, and then take your vinyasa. I'm taking a moment to actually stay in the chaturanga just a little bit longer, just to help build that strength. Again, any vinyasa is a good one. We'll just meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high into the toes. Drop the heels over towards the right, reach the left arm up. Inhale, bring the left knee in towards your chest. Look towards the top of the mat. Gently bring that right foot down, reaching the arms up overhead. I meant left foot, sorry. Inhale here. Exhale, modify pyramid pose. Maybe think about not using your arms, reaching them back. Squeeze your shoulders together. Inhale, rise on up. High crescent lunge. Eagle the arms here. Left underneath right. Lean yourselves forward. On the inhale, reaching the right leg back. Arms forward. Then as you exhale, straighten into the left leg. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the right toes back. Reach the arms up, bringing the gaze up. And then as you exhale, we're gonna pivot over towards the right side of the mat this time. Wide-legged stance, and then exhale, fold on down. Release the eagle arms. Feel free to sway side to side here. Just taking a moment to settle in. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Now, using the strength of your glutes, slowly rise up to stand. I'm gonna pivot the toes out, heels in, sit down, goddess pose. Now I know I'm facing the back here, but I want you to think about sitting as low as you can here. Like so low that it's uncomfortable. You're like, ah, shit, this is really not fun. And I promise it's only for a moment. It'll be over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, fold on down. Not too bad, right? All right, let's walk the hands over towards the front of the mat. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high into the toes, drop the heels over towards the left, reach the right arm up, Vashisthasana. Inhale, bringing that right knee in towards the chest, push the ground away, hips reaching towards the sky. And then finding ourselves in Anjaneyasana. Arms up overhead, maybe bringing the shoulders back just a little bit here. Empty out your breath, push the hips back and up into space. Modify pyramid pose, maybe without the arms. Inhale, bend into the right knee, reach the arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Eagle the arms, right arm underneath left, wrapping it around here. Bend forward, lean forward, finding ourselves into crouching warrior. And as you exhale, warrior 3. Bend into the right knee, drop the left heel down, and then reach the arms up overhead. Maybe bring the gaze up. Then as you exhale, we're gonna now pivot over towards the left side and melt on down. Wide-legged forward fold. And then feel free to release your arms. Sway side to side. Let this feel nice. Let this feel fun. Inhale, we're gonna halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So you know what's coming here. A little bit of a goddess pose. So using the strength of your glutes, long spine, maybe bring your hands onto your hips here. We're gonna hinge on up to stand. Pivot the heels in, toes out, and then sit into your goddess. This is the second time, so you already built up a little bit of strength here. So thinking about maybe sitting just a little bit lower. Do you notice where your knees are? Are they opening up, allowing space? Or maybe do you notice if they're coming on in? Can you try pulling them apart? And maybe if your hands are on your knees like I have them, can you lift them up? Bring your hands towards heart center. I know this isn't a really fun one to stay in, but the benefits, the strength that you gain from this are there. And you're hanging on here. Woo. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Fold on down. Ugh. I know you're feeling it. I'm feeling it too. Let's go ahead, walk our hands towards the front of the mat. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling into high plank. And then take your vinyasa. Whew, a moment to reset, find a little bit of symmetry, find a little bit of familiarity before we move on to the next round. Inhale, come up high into the toes. Bring the heels over towards the right. Reach the left arm up, Vashisthasana. Bring that left knee into your chest. Look forward. Drop the left foot down. Anjaneyasana. Maybe in this Anjaneyasana, we're going to reach the left arm back and down, reaching towards the right heel before reaching the arm back up. A little bit different, huh? As you exhale, we're going to tuck the right toes, push our hips back and down, maybe without hands, maybe you do. But if your hands are back, squeeze your shoulders blades together. Modify pyramid pose. Bend into the left knee, and then we're going to reach the arms up. High crescent lunge. Eagle arms here. Left arm underneath the right. Wrap it around, maybe palms to touch. And then we're going to lean ourselves forward to find ourselves into a crouching warrior. Find the balance here. Exhale, extend the left leg to warrior 3. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the right toes back, reach the arms towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to pivot towards the right side of the mat, fold down, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Hands can come on your hips. Remember, we're going to use the strength of our glutes here. So think about squeezing the glutes, long spine, hinge at your hips to help lift you up to standing. Pivot the right toes out just slightly, just to allow yourself to do a skandasana towards the right side. Inhale, rise on up, skandasana on the left side. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, skandasana towards the right side one more time. Look towards the top of the mat. We're going to plant our hands down on the ground, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise onto the toes. Exhale, this time heels onto the left. Reach the right arm towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring that right knee into the chest. Drop that right foot down. Reach on up. Now in this Anjaneyasana, maybe we bring our right arm down to reach our left heel. Finding length here. As we exhale, tuck the left toes, push the hips back, maybe with hands, maybe without. Modified pyramid pose. Bend into that right knee, reach the arms up overhead. Eagling the arms, we're gonna bring our right arm underneath the left, wrap it around, lean ourselves forward, and coming into our crouching warrior as lightly, as controlled as we can. And then exhale, extend into the warrior three. Bend into that right knee, reach the left toes back, reaching the arms up, still in that eagle arms. And then as we exhale, we're gonna pivot towards the left side of the mat, fold on down, wide-legged forward fold, release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Hands come towards your hips, long spine, inhale, rise on up to stand. Beautiful work. We're gonna pivot the left toes out just slightly, just so we can skandasana onto the left side here. And you dig your right heel into the ground, finding strength in the left leg. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, skandasana towards the right side. Inhale, rise on up, and then exhale towards the left side one more time. And then look towards the top of the mat, framing the front right foot. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Rolling ourselves into high plank. And then take your vinyasa. I'm gonna hold this chaturanga here if you want to hold with me for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push on up. Drop the knees, elbows, look forward. Pull yourself upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Alrighty, so we're gonna run through that one more time, but I'm gonna try a little bit slower paced here, just so we can kind of focus on stability and kind of switch things up a little bit here. Inhale, come up high onto the toes, and as you exhale, heels towards the right side of the room. Thinking about slow transitions here. Bring the left knee into your chest. Push the ground away. Look towards the top of the mat and bring your left foot down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left foot. Reach the arms up overhead. And then bring your left hand down to reach towards your right heel. Finding maybe a connection. Maybe you don't. We're coming up and coming into your hanging on here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise on up to reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, slowly in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding ourselves in modified pyramid pose. Inhale, bending into the left knee, reaching the arms up overhead. And eagling the arms, left arm underneath right, wrapping it around. Our next step is crouching warrior. Meet there in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Extend to warrior 3 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend back down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly drop the right foot back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold, toes to right side of the mat. The counting can be a little bit tricky, but find the control where you can. Laugh at the falls, laugh at any wobbles. Inhale, rise on up to stand. Pivot the right toes out. Come down to your skandasana, right leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 skandasana, the left leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Skandasana, the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look towards the top of the mat. And then plant your hands at the top of the mat. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise on up to the toes. Drop your heels over towards the left side of the room. Reach the right arm up. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. Really think about pushing the hips up, allowing you space here. And then slowly with control, bring the right foot down towards the top of the mat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left knee down. Reach the arms up overhead. This time bringing our right hand back and down, reaching towards the left heel. Maybe making that connection, maybe not. Inhale, we're going to reach arms up overhead, meeting and modified pyramid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms back, shoulders on your back body. Bend into that right knee. Then we reach arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Right arm underneath left here for eagle arms. Leaning forward, coming into our crouching warrior in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extending to warrior 3 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending into crouching warrior in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me know if you hate this, but we gotta keep going. Reaching our left toes back towards the back of the room, reaching the arms up overhead. Maybe finding a little bit more stretch here, a little bit more reach. And then as you exhale, we're gonna wide leg forward fold towards the left side of the mat. Release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Hand on your hips, slowly rising up to stand, hinging at the hip. Pivot your left toes up. We're gonna come in skandasana in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise on up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pivot towards the right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rising on up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time on this left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look towards the top of the mat here. Plant your hands on down. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling ourselves into high plank. And on your exhale, take your vinyasa. Whatever pace feels good. Maybe if you want to slow it down, feel free to do so. But wherever you are, we'll find ourselves in downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bring our shin up towards the top of the mat. Sitting into pigeon pose. I want you to stay upright for just a moment here. Long spine. And then feel free to melt on down. That feels nice. Wherever you are, slowly rise on up here. We're gonna roll onto our bum so that we can bring our right foot to the inside of our left thigh, left leg out long. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, turn towards the left foot, and then exhale, fold on down. Now certainly stay here if you would like to, Or maybe if you want to feel like a side body stretch, instead of facing towards the left foot, we can bring our right side up, left side down. Think about rotating from the torso, pulling the right shoulder back for a side stretch. Go ahead, rise back up here. Now, go ahead. We're gonna switch to the other side. So this time our left shin is gonna be facing towards the back of the mat, and then I'm just gonna reach my right leg back. But if you want to do it however way you like to enter into pigeon on the other side, go ahead, do whatever feels nice or whatever makes sense to you, as long as we find some evenness in the body. Stay upright for a moment, and then if you feel like it, melt on down. Wherever you're, slowly rise on up with ease. We're gonna roll on to our bottoms here, just so we can reach our right leg out. Left foot can come to the inside of the right foot. Reach the arms up overhead, face the right leg, and slowly melt on over. Now you can definitely bend your knee as much as you would like to, maybe making a connection with your thigh to your chest, finding length in your spine, maybe a sense of release in the lower back. And if you did it on that side, other side, and you want to do it on this side, find the side stretch. Inhale, rise on up. Now we're gonna bring our left leg out, finding ourselves into a wide-legged straddle. Now yours can be definitely shorter or together, sorry. Now your legs can be closer together, further apart, whatever is great for you. I want you to think about lifting up your chest here, finding the pelvic tilt forward, so anterior tilt, and then slowly melt on down. Now, you don't really have to stay static here. I'm staying static because that's what feels nice for me now. But if you do want to sway side to side, do your thing. And then slowly rise on up. If you would like to, you can take your hands to help lift up your knees from the ground. Sometimes it can be a little bit intense and you might need a little help. That's totally great. And then you can find yourself in a Shavasana. Just make your way there. Laying on your back. Palms shining up. And allow your legs to relax, splay open. Maybe in the Shavasana, we focus on a particular section of our body. Maybe see if we can just let it go a little bit more. For me, I'm focusing on my shoulders because I've been working through them a lot, been holding a lot of tension in them. So now I want to give it a little bit of love, a little bit of release. Take your time in this Shavasana. Really milk it. Acknowledge the work that you've done. Giving yourself a little bit of gratitude for being present today, present in your practice, present on the mat, present for yourself. As always, it is a joy, it is an honor to practice with you. Thank you for allowing me to guide you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.